Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. In my opening remarks, I pointed out that if war is privatized, private contractors have a vested interest in keeping the war going. The longer the war goes on, the more money they make. I want to, for my time here, explore the questions regarding how Blackwater got its contracts. Mr. Prince, your company's undergone a staggering growth just over the past few years. Committee's attention can be directed to the chart. In 2000, your company was bringing in only about $200,000 in government contracts, but since then, according to the committee, you've skyrocketed to something in the nature of $1 billion in government contracts. The real increase in Blackwater's contracts began with the Iraq War. In fact, if you look at the chart, you can see how from 2004 on, the amount of taxpayer dollars Blackwater was awarded by the administration began to go through the roof, from about $48 million in 2004 to $350 million in 2005 to over $500 million last year. This is really an unprecedented rate of increase, and I want to understand how this happened, Mr. Prince. We've been informed that one of your first contracts in Iraq was for the Coalition Provisional Authority. Ambassador Paul Bremer awarded you a contract to protect officials and dignitaries. That was at the end of 2003, towards the end of 2003. It may have been in August. Is that right, sir?
I believe it happened right after the UN facility in Baghdad was blown up by a large truck bomb. Yes, sir. They then feared for the U.S. officials.
Now, that contract was no bid. Is that right, sir?
It was off the GSA schedule.
Can you tell us how you got this no-bid contract?
Off the GSA schedule is considered a bid contract, sir. The GSA schedule is a pre-bid program, kind of like a catalog of services that you put out, like buying something from the Sears catalog.
Did you talk to anyone in the White House about the contract?
No, sir.
Did you talk to anyone in the Congress about the contract?
No, sir.
Did anyone, to your knowledge, connected with Blackwater, talk to anyone in either the White House or the Congress about the contract?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Did anyone in the DeVos family talk to anyone in the White House or the Congress about the contract?
No.
As a taxpayer, do you think it's proper that no other companies were allowed to bid?
That I'm not aware of, sir. It's a requirement government officials had. They came to us, asked if it could be fulfilled. I don't know what other companies they went to as well. I'm not aware of that.
In 2004, the State Department awarded Blackwater a $332 million task order under its diplomatic protection contract. Are you familiar with that?
I'm familiar with about the amount. I know that we transitioned over to working for the State Department from the CPA. I'm not sure exactly when that happened, but
thank you, sir. According to the Federal Contracting Database, you didn't have to compete for that one either. Is that correct?
Again, I believe they continued that off the GSA schedule, which is an approved contracting pre-bid method.
And who at the State Department were you dealing with in order to get this contract?
I don't know. I mean, I presume it was under the diplomatic security service. That's the folks at State we were working for.
Now, SIGIR reported that this was a no-bid contract. Was SIGIR incorrect? It was a no-bid contract?
I'm not sure how they're defining bid or no bid, but in my understanding, we used pricing off the GSA schedule, and I believe that's considered or regarded as a biddable contract.
Gentlemen, yield to me.
I'll yield to the chair.
It's on the GSA schedule. Did they come to you to put your offer of services on the GSA schedule? Did you go to them? How did that get on the GSA schedule?
Most companies in our kind of work have a GSA schedule. We have a GSA schedule for target systems. We have a GSA schedule for...
So you offered services and you're on the list of services that they could purchase. And you don't know if anybody else was on the list. You were for these kind of services.
Oh, I'm sure there's lots of companies that are...
For some of the services. Did you go to anyone else Or did anyone else in the government go to you to ask you to do the work?
I don't know, sir.
Did they ask you to see if you could put together this operation, and then they put you on the schedule?
I would say we were present in the country already. We already had significant presence with the CPA under a bid contract. I believe that contract was called Security Services Iraq. So we had a large presence of static guards and PSD kind of work for them. So I think they probably just wanted to transition from DOD work to Department of State work.
Thank you. Mr. Shays.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.